Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Bad Movie Night. My name's Chris, and tonight I'm talking about myth Bigfoot hunters. Did you hear this one? No? Neither did I. It came out yesterday or something the other day. Found it because I was looking on Amazon Prime, and this was a new release. Brando Snider, writer, director, person, Bigfoot. It is about a park ranger who is called into action by the government to help track down two missing agents in this national park-ish thing. He's a little adamant at first because there's some backstory. He, at one point, saved 13 missing people but couldn't save the one. And we'll get into it with some spoilers in this whole review. So this is just low-budget Predator, and I wasn't expecting it until it all became clear. And it will to you as we get through this review. So the movie opens with introducing our main character, Old Man. I don't know what his name was because I don't remember anybody's names in movies for whatever reason. I think because I'm an idiot. But he wakes up, creaks around in bed. We can see an image of a woman in a photo next to his bed. He slowly gets up. He washes his face. Yes, I said it like that. He eats cereal alone in a dining room, and the dining room only has one chair. It really bugged me. I get this looks like a rental cabin, but still, who has it? Like, even if my entire family died, I'm not going to get rid of all the chairs at the dining room table. That just seems weird. And I don't think you can just buy a dining room table with one chair. So this whole scenario just kind of automatically, I was taken out of the movie. It bugged me. I get it. It's stupid, but it was weird. But I digress from that point. So the movie gets going after about 5 minutes, and then you're pulled into this Predator plotline where it really does feel like the writer watched Predator and took the plot points, not necessarily the story, but the plot points, meaning this is the part where we're all in the helicopter making bad jokes.
One green. Want some?
Get that nasty shit out of my face, Himo-sabe.
Get that stinking shit out of my face.
This is the part where the government guy tricks Arnold Schwarzenegger. He doesn't quite know why they're out there, so he's going to lie to him.
Those two agents, what are they doing out here?
I don't know, Taggart.
Green Berets out of Fort Bragg. Now what the hell were they doing here?
I don't know, Dutch.
This is the part where we find the woman who was held captive, and she knows about the alien / Sasquatch. Sorry, I forgot. It's Predator or Sasquatch is not predators.
Polioencephalitis.
What?
El diablo cazador de hombres. Only in the hottest years this happens.
Which was kind of fun to see how they did it, but also as it keeps doing it, it's kind of like, oh boy, guys, maybe a little bit more original. And it would be okay if the stuff that they do bring in that was original was good, but it's kind of disappointing. The Sasquatch, they tried to be pretty smart with it by hiding it. You only see a little bit of it here and there, but then they show it occasionally and it doesn't look good. And the problem is with it is the action and kill scenes are edited and shot in a way where there's just no coverage of anything. So they don't flow at all, and you can't really tell what happened, and it's just ultimately disappointing to watch. So let's go back to the story though. After this old man gets his morning Wheaties in, the fucking soundtrack kicks in with a little drummer boy action. I think that's supposed to be like the Predator thing, like dun, 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 but you know, with like a little drummer boy type thing. I don't know what the deal is. Then we get to the main drama of the story with our old man, forest ranger, who doesn't want to go and find these missing agents. For some reason, it's not quite clear. He's just kind of adamant against it. I think it's because of his torrid past where he wasn't able to rescue everyone before. But it feels like melodrama because it seems like the guy seems like a decent dude and would be all about saving people if he was asked to do so. So I don't know, it just felt like weird and out of place. But it does lead to organizing this elite squad of commandos that are going to go out, of forest rangers that are going to go out and hunt the predator, the Sasquatch. The one guy, the government guy, who's supposed to be like the stand-in for Carl Weathers from Predator, I don't know. I think he's a Terminator, though. This dude never blinks. He's like a robot. Like, they have a staring contest. They don't call it a staring contest, but that's what it was in the van, and the dude never blinks. And later on, there's more hints that I think he is a Terminator. So it doesn't take that long, maybe 15 minutes to get out into the jungle where the real movie gets going, where they're kind of stumbling upon like little hints that there might be something more out in these woods, perhaps a Sasquatch. They stumble upon what looks like some sort of imprint, and they're not quite sure what it is, but it's definitely a fucking Sasquatch. Like, I don't even watch Sasquatches. I've never hunted Squatches, but looking at that, you can immediately tell that's a fucking Sasquatch footprint, right? Then they eventually come across the body. Well, they can't do anything for it, but they're not doctors. And it's only like 6 inches of an intestine, so I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be able to save that, but I don't know. I'm not a doctor either.
Nothing you can do for him now, son.
Our one character, Jacoba, he's really good at tracking. He uses a big knife. He talks to himself. He's Billy. So, the camera work in this movie is not really that bad. There's clearly no lighting or anything like that. When they're outside, that's obviously all natural. And the grade is kind of cheap. The sound design is not good. Sometimes there's like a really harsh gate on the dialogue, so like it feels like it's hard to hear what people are saying because they're coming in late.
Dave is going to drive you and the other Rangers up to Blue Ridge. You might need a paramedic with you, so Topper's in the back with Jacoba.
Beyond the action scenes, I thought the movie was shot competently. But when you get to these action scenes and these horror moments, man, they have no tension. They have no sense of timing. The coverage is non-existent, so you don't really know what's going on. You kind of see aftermaths of things, sorta. There's no gore for the most part. There's no real kills. It's just like quick cuts to things, and you're not quite sure what's going on. And then they use really bad sound design sometimes, where it's like, some of it is okay, some of the Foley work is okay, and other times it's like these really, really cheap, compressed, bad sounding effects that totally take you out of the movie. But it is a micro-budget / no-budget movie. It looks to be shot in Indiana, and the reason I know that is because he drives over this bridge and it says like bean blossom covered bridge, so I Googled it, and then I immediately Zillowed it to see what the houses were like around there, if I could live there, and holy shit! This house is amazing. I cannot live there. Is that weird that I do that? Do other people do that kind of stuff? 26 minutes into the movie. This is another hint that guy's a Terminator. He tells the young woman, "Come with us, and you might live."
You can stay here and starve. Or you can come with us. You might live.
The thing about Predator, though, I know I'm talking more about Predator than I am about Myth Hunters, the Legend of the Squatch or whatever, but Predator was smart in the fact that they cast Arnold Schwarzenegger as the lead. Big, macho, buff, action hero. And this movie was brave in the fact that they cast a 65-year-old overweight guy. And the fact that they make him run had me really nervous, because there's a sequence where this young girl is running and she almost trips, and then they have the old man running, and I was like, if this old man falls and breaks his hip for this fucking Squatch movie, how would you live with yourself? But he doesn't. I mean, he gives it his all. The actors give it all. They're not very good a lot of the times, but they do try.
There's a tree line over there. Saw some more of those strange tracks.
There's something in those trees.
At one point in the movie, old man Schwarzenegger and this young woman are sitting at a cave, and you can hear a helicopter flying above. And I was waiting for it. You know what I was waiting for.
Get to the chopper!
It doesn't come. In fact, the helicopter just disappears. I don't even know. I think the noise was by accident. But needless to say, I was a little disappointed.
Why?
I don't know. I guess they want to use it for some super soldier or something.
Finally, after we've used all the plot points from Predator, we naturally need to pull from another movie, and we get the nice little hand through the wheat from Gladiator. Really puts a nice capper on this story. Were you not entertained? Actually, you know what? I kind of was. That's the thing. I didn't mind this movie. I think that there's like a good tone that goes throughout the whole thing. It feels genuine. It feels sincere. And it's not like completely inept or anything like that. I think they did screw up in their horror moments and their action scenes. But the rest of the movie is fine. And the Predator thing kind of made it more fun for me the second time I watched it. The first time I picked up on some basic points of that, but the second time it becomes so obvious.
You take the girl. If I die in this forest today, I want to die as the man I used to be.
Hold it, Dutch. I'm going after Mac.
That's not your style, Dylan.
Guess I picked up some bad habits from you. Now get your people the hell out of here.
Would I recommend this movie? Probably not, but it is free on Amazon Prime if you have it, so maybe check it out. Like I said, the first 5 minutes are a little rough with Old Man Winters waking up and doing his breakfast routine and all that shit. Once you get through that and you're into the woods, I don't know, enough stuff happens, I guess, that keeps you a little bit drawn in. Maybe if you're a Squatcher, you Squatch head, you big Squatchy, you Squatchenstein, you whatever, then maybe check it out. I don't know. There's really no movies out right now. I guess that's, yeah, okay. Well, let's just end it. All right, we'll catch you here next time, guys. Goodbye.